Hi Aries, welcome to my channel. My name is Kem. So for today's meditative session, I got Moth Spirit, Surrender Now. I'm getting, this card talks a lot about like balance, right? When something isn't working out and we go like really excessively at it, right? Like we try not 100%, but like 200%, right? And we put like all of our focus and all of our energy into something. And that's what I feel like maybe some of you guys are doing. It's like, and I think there's nothing wrong with that. Like when we want something to work or we want to succeed in something, we give it like 110%, right? We give it our full amount of attention. But I think that there's like something that you might be working on that just like hasn't been working. Like no matter how much energy you put into it, it doesn't work. Like it's like, it doesn't matter if you give 200%, if you give all of your time, if you give all of your energy, it just like doesn't work out, right? And it's like, what do you do then, right? I think we have like this perception, or I don't know, like that if we give all of our energy, things are meant to work out for us, right? Like, oh, if I put all my energy into it, it's supposed to work out. And I think that's like a big misconception, because some things are just not meant for us. And that's like, maybe that's like an ego thing. It's like, well, if I put all this into it, it has to work out. Like that's just the way it's supposed to be because I'm putting all my energy into it. But it's like, is this really meant to work out for you? Like did you get signs that this wasn't for you and like continue to do it anyway? Like that's kind of what I'm getting. And for some of you, it could just be like an excess in something, like you work too much, you play too much, you like there's something excessive, and it's kind of like trying to call you back to balancing that out. But yeah, Aries, that's what I got for meditative session. So let's pull some cards and see what we get. Okay, Aries, I feel like with the Seneschal in reverse and the Three of Wands upright, I feel like you have left a situation. I feel like this is a past energy. Like you left someone behind, right? You left someone behind. I keep getting this like devil with the Queen or King of Cups. This is the second time I get like these two cards together, right? And it's with the Star. It feels like just like a lot of potential, right, that you see in a person, but it's just not right? Like you see the potential in a person and you like force it, or you try to make it right, or I feel like a lot of it though has to do with your own energy, right? It's not like, it's like love me for who I am, not my potential, right? It's like maybe this person you kind of knew who they were already, right? And it's like, or maybe it's like the way that you saw them, you weren't seeing them clearly, right? Like the messages were there, because I feel like I have the seneschal in reverse, right? So it just had to be a lesson for you to learn. Like I feel like because they're coming up in reverse, it's like maybe you kind of knew of their energy, and you were like, well, it's their potential, like they have the potential to do this, right? But we have to love people for who they are, not their potential, right? We have to, how do I explain this? Like, yeah, every human being on this planet has the potential, I feel like, to be, ascended and all this, like the whole spiel. Like, I feel like, yeah, they have that energy, right? But is it something that can 100% happen? Sometimes yes, sometimes no. And sometimes we have to just be aware of, like, this just feels like a very tricky energy for me. And I don't know, I feel like I'm gonna cry. Like, I just feel like the seneschal in reverse with the devil and the queen of cups, it's like the person who was supposed to be most loyal to you wasn't, right? Like the person that, it's something about loyalty, like something about that person that you think is gonna be like there for you, the person that you think, like, I have the dog in this picture, it's just making me think of loyalty. I have the dog in this picture, now my voice is hurting. It's like there's something here about the person that you thought was going to be like everything to you, right? The person that you know what I mean, like you thought was everything for you is just like ended up not being it. It was like, I'm hearing like a fool's journey, like a fool, I guess, because I'm seeing a fool. Like I'm thinking of like a pirate thing. I don't know what's going on, but yeah, I'm getting like this, like it was like a fool's errand or a fool's end. Like I don't know. It's like it didn't pan out with the devil right in the middle of this thing. It's like maybe this is like, I don't know. I keep getting the queen and the devil, or the like cups with the devil energy. It's like fake energy, right? It's like, it's not even fake either. I don't feel like it's this person's fake. Like they are in reverse, but I don't feel like this person is fake. I just feel like this person with the devil energy may have not been like ascended yet. Like may not have been like, you know what I mean? When like we all, I feel like we all come from like a low vibe place sometimes. Like I think like life tests us and we get into this low vibe, right? And I feel like that's kind of this person. It's like, they're not a bad person. It's just like they were not, like this was their potential, right? But they ended up like failing. Do you know what I'm saying? And like we always want people to succeed. We always want people to be like, like getting on our levels. We want people to like understand us and see us for who we are and like get on our level. And sometimes it just doesn't work out, right? Like sometimes people have to work through their own shit, right? Like you have to work through your own, like this person has to work through their own stuff, right? I don't know why I'm sympathizing so much with this other person. I don't know. I just don't feel like they were a bad person. I feel like shit just happened, right? And like they weren't at that level and you left, right? And you wanted to claim a victory over this like leaving, right? And I think you did, right? I think you did claim some sort of victory by claiming being like looking out for number one, like looking for yourself, right? Looking out for yourself, right? Perceiving like this energy for what it was, right? Even though it was like the double with the queen of cups, it's like, and the star, it's crazy energy. It's so crazy. It's like you were able to see it. You were able to perceive that wasn't like the right energy for you, and you dipped, right? And you wanted to claim, like you want to claim some sort of success over this. And I think you have, because like I think that was like the test, right? It's like one, the test was like leaving this person, right? And we have here the Eight of Pentacles. It's like I feel like this has created, this was supposed to, or it created some sort of stability in your life. Like, do you see how this person is like very affluent? Like they have, all this, I want to say abundance around them, right? And it's like, I think you came out of a dark place where like this person might have put you in a dark place, right? And here we have like, remember I was talking about the moth in the beginning of the reading? Where's my moth? Hold on. Here's my moth. And this is kind of reminding me of the moth. It's like you wanted some sort of balance. Maybe this person was like reciprocating the energy that you were giving, and it was like, you know what, it's time for me to get out of here. Like this isn't the right energy for me. But we're all, I feel like the fact that you're able to recognize like what was for you and what wasn't for you is why you're sitting in this energy, right? It's like I know what I'm worth, right? Like I know like there's something here about balance. Yeah, I just feel like this person brought you out of some sort of balance, and then you were able to like realign yourself. And now I feel like the temptation of getting out of balance is like the worry of, like, you have desire with the lovers. It's like the worry of like what's happening next. I feel like maybe you've been single for a long time and you made this decision to like choose yourself, and now you're sitting here and it's like, what do you really desire? You really desire like this, like love, like a love. I want to say like you're desiring to be like in companionship with somebody, right? Like I feel like that's the main concern here, and that's what's like keeping you up at night. But I feel like that's what you need to understand is like it has a lot to do with ego. It has a lot to do with like this worry has to do with time, right? Because it's like yes, you have this desire for this, right? Like you want this companionship, but in reality it's like you should not feel like this, right? If you were like single, right, and this was the energy you were in, it's like if you were here, then you wouldn't feel like this. So I don't understand where this is coming from. If you're sitting in this energy, in this victorious energy, like why is this card coming up, right? And it makes me believe like it's either been a really long time since like this past energy of you choosing yourself, and you're like kind of waiting for, like, okay, I chose myself, so now what? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I stepped up for myself, I ascended, so now what? It's like kind of like you're waiting, and I think that's kind of the energy that's going to be this week. Like last week, it was a lot of tests, right? Last week, I felt so many tests, and it was like karmic lessons. Like, are you going to get off the karmic wheel? Like, are you moving forward? You know what I mean? And this is like another form of a test in a sense. It's like why is the energy like this, right? When you should be already like kind of in this energy. So it's like leading me to believe that you're kind of letting like the ego and the 3D reality and the mind like work on, like, I feel like anxiety. And I feel like a really crazy energy when I was doing this reading. I felt like the cards were like spinning, which is weird. Like I promise, like I've shuffled and like I do this all the time, and I never seen cards like fall out like this, like literally like they were like spinning. Like the first 5 cards I want to say like were spinning, falling on the floor. Like there's like a very like, it was reminding me of this energy, like excess, like an excessive energy. This is, and it's like this too, it's like it's supposed to have brought you balance, right? You're supposed to kind of bring yourself into some sort of balance from this, like, I want to say like within choosing yourself, right? Like choosing yourself brings you this energy of balance. It's supposed to bring you an energy of balance because it's like, you know your worth, right? And you were able to see through a devil energy. So it's supposed to put you at peace. But I feel here like a lot of stress. I see here like a lot of 3D desire, like a lot of anxiety, a lot of like you put the work in now. Where is my reward, I want to say. And I know we're all like that. Like we're all impatient. Like, I mean, not all of us, but I'm impatient, and I understand, right? I understand like where you're coming from. If like that's you, it's like I have this deep desire, but I have here 10, 10, 10, right? 20, 10. It's like, there's something also about these cards and the chakras. I just noticed, like, do you see how there's like the chakras and like the like in all these colors, there's like the chakras are here and then the chakras kind of are here. Like it goes in the circle. I feel like this reading is kind of a warning in a sense of like the work is not over. The work is never over. And maybe you need some sort of break because you're like, there's something you're doing like excessively, which is making you tired, right? So there has to be some sort of balance. I'm getting, again, balance. There has to be balance. There has to be, this energy that's excessive could be in your thoughts, right? Because I have the body mind card and I have this, the 9 of Swords. It's like, it's your thoughts that's creating this like exhaustion. It's your thoughts and your desires for like these needs, right? Like to be met in this like timely order, in this timely fashion. And that's not the way that like the divine works, right? Like things happen in divine timing, right? We let go, kairos, right? Soul time. Things happen in our soul time, when our soul is ready. And it sucks to hear, because I know exactly how you guys feel. It's like you put a lot of work, you've been seeing like the messages, you see like the devil energy, like you know what I mean? Like, this is like an experience that has taught you a lot, and it's like waiting for like the manifestations, right, to come in, right? Because it's like you got imbalanced, right? Like you're in this energy, right? But it's like you can't truly be in this energy, I want to say, if secretly you're like in this energy. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like, maybe if you're having trouble sleeping at night, like you can't sleep at night, like you're thinking too much about a situation, you're thinking too much about like, when is this coming for you? I have a lot of like time, right? Like this is reminding me of time for some reason, like the ego, like when is this going to happen for me? And it's like there has to be a balancing out of this energy, so you can actually truly sit in this energy, right? This like abundant energy that was given to you by, like, yes, it was the choice that you made. Yes, like you do get like, you know what I'm saying? Like it has a lot, of course it has a lot to do with you, but it also has a lot to do with like the timing of like the soul time, right? I want to say that it's like soul timing, kairos. It's when the soul is ready, when the soul has reached its a form, when it's like ready for this. It's like it has to be a vibe that matches with someone else, right? I'm saying, like, it has to be an energy that someone else feels and you're feeling, and you both have that energy, and then that's when like things come together, right? It can't be that like you're sitting in this, like you're acting like you're in this one, but you're really feeling like this, because like you haven't really received the manifestation that you not require. See, it's not a require. It's like what you desire, but I said acquire. It's like something you think that you like should get right now, kind of vibe. And it's like you kind of have like, yeah, I think it's coming for you. I have the 6 of Cups here. I think like the divine is offering you exactly what you need, right? But maybe it's like right in front of your face and you haven't seen it yet. Just saying with the body mind card, it's like maybe this is what has to become put back into balance so that you can actually thrive, right? I won't say thrive, like be in this energy of like super excited, super happy, like maybe the way you felt when you left this person, like potential, like there's something here about potential. So it's like, I just feel like you're exhausted from the journey, right? Like you're exhausted from the journey. The journey, again, it has its dark and light, right? It has its reasons for the dark times. It has its reasons for the light. Like there's a reason for why, do you know what I'm saying? Like there's lessons we have to learn sometimes in the dark. There's lessons we have to learn sometimes in the light. Like there has to be a balance. And unfortunately, like, it can't always be high, it can't always be low. There's always going to be some sort of equilibrium. And it's like, if you feel like you're going towards one side more than another, then I feel like for you guys, I would say it's in the mind. Because I have the body mind card here, I have the ego. It's an ego mind, like swords energy, right? It's not, it could just all be in your head, right? And here, yeah, like, I just feel like you like have left the situation and you're like, I'm waiting for this, like my manifestation. This has a lot to do with your manifestation. You're like, I'm ready for my manifestation to come in vibe, right? Like I already was able to kind of see this energy in the past. I was able to see through a person. Like I left a situation, I chose myself, I wanted to create balance in my life. You know, I'm doing the work, I'm like doing the duality, the dark and the light. You know what I mean? Again, even with the moth, like there's like the dark and the light to the moth. There's a balance, right? And it's like what's putting you out of balance, I think, is like wondering when this manifestation is gonna come in, right? Like you're worried about it, like you are, and it's okay, because that's a natural thing. That's a normal thing. We all feel, I feel like that, like too. Like it's not just you guys. This is for me too, this reading. I resonate with this 100%. So it's like, how can we like create more balance in our life? Like how can we, you know, it's an everyday process to work on the ego. It's not like an easy thing to do. Like you get out of bed and like those feelings come, right? It is what it is. Like we have to learn, to work through, right, that energy, like to, if this is like a more of, I feel like this is more of a swords thing, right? It's more of a thought process. It's more of like, it's like, what are you afraid of? You know what I mean? Like that this person's never gonna come, or that's just not gonna come when you want it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, what are you really afraid of? And at this point, I feel like you already left someone. So it's like, are you really like thinking you're gonna be single forever? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, what are you afraid of, Aries? Like, there's nothing to be afraid of here. Nothing is needed to be like excessive here, right? Like, there has to be some sort of like, I want to say relaxation, right? Like, I think of the mind. I think you should do something mindless right now. Like, I don't know what's mindless. Something that you enjoy that's mindless. That's what I would say. Go do something like fun. Forget, like, don't think about this, right? Like, it's your desire and it will be given to you. See, like, the angel is like opening up its arms and it's like now's the right timing. Now you two can come together kind of vibe. And it's like the end of the cycle, right, with the 10s. And I have here a 6 and a 9. No, I'm sorry, a 6 and an 11. I feel like we have the 10 to the 11. Like, things are moving, but it's like, it's not going to be on your time. It's going to be when the soul is ready, when you're ready, when this person's ready, when your energies are matching. So Aries, let's see what advice we have for you. Okay, Aries, you guys got Our Lady of Guadalupe, the Empress of Protection. I am safe and divinely protected. I am held in love at all times. And you guys also got Kuan Yin, the Goddess of Compassion. I recognize suffering in order to release it. Curiosity breeds compassion. I feel like part of this has to do with protection against your own mind, right? Like protection against, I feel like it's yourself. I feel like it's yourself. It's like protection against, you know, the thought that we say, like, this isn't coming for me. This has all been a waste of time. Like, I'm never going to get this. Like, what was the whole point of this? Like, that thought in the mind that like creates this, right? That creates this like pain, this anxiety, suffering for no reason, right? Because it's all ego at the end of the day. Like, it's all ego. And that's why we have to be compassionate towards ourselves. I feel like we're very hard on ourselves. We like expect ourselves to be at this certain level, and we put ourselves in this situation where like, well, you know, I need to do better. And you are doing better, Aries. You are doing better. You are working on things. And you know what? It takes a lot of strength. It takes a lot of courage to like keep going, especially after this type of energy. So I would just want to say you guys are doing a really great job, and like be compassionate towards yourself, right? Like talk to yourself. Like if somebody was coming to you and telling you their problems, the way you would treat them, I bet you would be like super compassionate and nice to them. So it's like treat yourself the same way, right? And protect yourself against like the mind, right? Like protect yourself against these like low vibe waves of thinking that they're not gonna resonate. Like they shouldn't be a part of this new beginning, right? They shouldn't be a part of the present. And yeah, we're always fighting different things. We're always learning different things. But I feel like this is like the last thing that you need to kind of get through, because yeah, I think it's like a fight against yourself kind of. And then like I feel like this manifestation that what you want is like going to be for you, right? Like what you've manifested will come, but it comes with like within yourself, like making this decision to like turn this side of you off, right? To turn this and like trust, right? Trust that they like, you know what I mean? Trust in the soul, trust in like the divine, trust in yourself, that you made the right decisions. So yeah, Aries, I love this reading. I hope this resonates with you guys. I love you guys, and I'll see you next week. Bye.